Hello there, this is Rom Wills coming back at you with yet another podcast. It comes down to one thing, and that one thing is sex. I didn't put that in the title because, YouTube get kind of funny. You actually talk about sex, I could like trash whole classes of people, spew whatever hate or whatever. I talk about sex, something so beautiful, they'll do something about it, right? And just to be clear, yeah, I'm still working with this cold because I'm a bad patient because, I still got to hit the gym and all that stuff and do all this. But it's better. So if I take a few seconds to sip some tea while I'm doing this, remember the show must go on. But to the main thing. It comes down to one thing, sex. Now, I just did something I had to do, one of my angry Rom things about the whole PUA thing. See, I'm going to tell you what, just in the game. If y'all really notice, whenever I'm talking about game, a lot of it's just relating to just life in general and how to navigate it, man. Because if you really think about it, I don't get too much publicly anyway into just the pure getting a woman thing. I'm telling you how to navigate it because, most of my guys don't need help getting women. Shoot, they need to chill out. I be getting guys, they like, Rom, I don't know, man. How am I handle this rotation of 4 women? And I was like, oh, very carefully, bro. Very carefully. All right. So they on some different stuff. So I'm talking about just life in general, how to navigate stuff, all of that, right? But if you really want to talk about what it comes down to really get a woman, it really just come down to sex. And see, people are fond of saying that it takes women anywhere from a few seconds to maybe a few minutes to size up a man. First of all, no disrespect to anybody, but they can't tell a man's purpose in 5 minutes. They can't tell his economic status. They can try. I mean, even if he wearing some expensive clothes or something, they can. The most they can tell is he bought some expensive clothes. Could have shoplifted those things. So that's not the same. You can't tell anything. I mean, the woman can tell how he walk and all that. Only thing she can tell is how he carry himself, whether he can put together coherent sentences, and how she look to him. And then if he wearing gray sweatpants, they can tell if he got a print or something. That's it. And that's correlated to what they look for. They sizing a man up sexually. Seriously. I mean, you can have about 1,000 things going on, but a woman, her first look is, can he get it? And I've talked about this plenty of times, but understand, it comes down to those basics. Right? How he look. And women, on Instagram, right? I got quite a few people who will share some jacked up posts with me. I had two people, and I don't have their names right in front of me, but they shared some posts where women were talking about what they find attractive in a man, or one was what they find attractive in a man, and another one was what would turn a man off to them, right? So they talking about hygiene, teeth. One woman was talking about how the pants hang on a dude. Right? And whether or not they match his shoes. Right? But all that goes towards whether they turned on. Like the whole hygiene thing, I mean, and I actually talked about that in Nice Guys and Players. Women very, very big on that because you think about it. The whole hygiene thing has to do with sex. Because most sane men wouldn't want to have sex with a dirty looking woman. I know some of y'all would though. Don't be faking. But most sane men wouldn't. A woman don't want some dirty-looking, foul-smelling breath dude climbing on top of her. Looking like he going sweaty or, he going to give something to her just by proximity or something like that. So they looking at that stuff. They looking at that before you even said one word, before you even said boo. They checking all that out, head to toe. Oh, whoops, shoot. Yeah, yeah, I'm going to be pausing this a lot. Well, let me take a sip of tea. Y'all made that all loud like I'm all ghetto and stuff, so y'all know I'm actually sipping some tea. And yeah, for all my family out there who concerned, y'all like, Rom, man, you got to take some time to get well, man. I love all y'all, man, but like I said in a comment, man, I'm that uncle who for his people, if it's a big cookout or something and I'm the only one working the grill, I'm gonna work the grill even if I'm sick. Because that's what I do for my people. So I'm gonna keep that up. I'm gonna take off on Thanksgiving Day though, man. That's family day, man. I won't do anything then. But I mean, getting back to the subject though, seriously, a lot of dudes merely have to look like they good for sex. And they good in bed or something. They can tear a woman up. Basically woman has to take one look at them and be aroused. And it's not even so much, I know some people will say it's about the physical looks. I mean, it's a combination of physical looks, style, how you carrying yourself, are you walking with confidence? Like, because a lot of people, people go back and forth on that confidence thing, but it does mean something. And the confidence that men need to be thinking about is sexual confidence. I mean, a woman will actually look at a man and say, does that dude look like he'll dominate me in the bedroom? Like he ain't gonna be all timid and shit. Because contrary to popular belief, most women want to be dominated in the bedroom. Shit, even some lesbians want to be dominated by a man in the bedroom every now and then. So they looking at that. They looking at how you looking them in the eye and all of that stuff. A lot of nonverbal stuff before you even say it boo to them. Because really, they checking you out non-verbally. They checking out the package. And actually, that's literal. That's literal. That's why women, just like men during the summer, like sundress season, women during the winter like sweatpants season. I'm telling you, invest in two things, fellas. Some gray sweatpants and some Timbs. I actually got to get some new Timbs too. But invest in some Timbs. Or something, or boots. And the sweatpants, they might not get past that depending on how you hanging, right? But that's what the women are checking out, though, for real. When it comes down to that. Now, a lot of people doing a lot of extra stuff thinking they care more about that. They don't. Because a lot of times when it comes to, like, money and all of that, that's like the consolation prize. It's like you coming on to them and they ain't really feeling you that way, but then you got the acceptable hoes out there who they looking for a come up or something, so they looking then too. But here's a trick with that: you still gotta have some level of sexual appeal to them. You gotta still have some level of sex. You don't have to be like killer, but just enough so with a good dinner or something they'll want to deal with you. Hey, that's how they are. That's it, and it really does come down. See, a lot of stuff out here is extra. It really is. It really is just some extra stuff. Like, you think if you told a woman where you work or something that turns her on. No, it really don't. It really don't, unless she's an acceptable hoe. Now, if you want an acceptable hoe, that's it. Now, let me explain acceptable hoe for those who might be new to the Rom channel. And acceptable hoe is basically the acculturated prostitute. And basically, that's the socially acceptable woman who would only deal with a man if he gives her money right out front, right? But that he'll buy something, or he has a status, or that he's willing to spend money on her. This culture actually encourages it. And check out my man Warren B. Check out, because he talks about the acceptable hoes, right? But keep in mind, all that stuff is actually, it come down to that whole physical presentation, right? Like I say, a combination of looks, body build, height, your hygiene, how you smell. How you smell, all of that. Because it come down to a woman got to look at you and be comfortable with the idea of you butt naked. Notice I say be comfortable. She got to be comfortable with it. She got to want to see you naked. All right? It's got to be something about you that makes her want her to, spread her legs. So it comes down to that. That's usually the way I do stuff. If you read any of my stuff, I'm telling you how to develop your sex appeal. In fact, I'm going to have a Rom TV series on developing masculine sex appeal. So anyway, though, it just comes down to that one thing. Everything else is fluff. Just real talk. It's just extra. It's You know, it's not like just having the car, but knowing how it works, and that's a lot of what I'm telling you. But when it come down to it, hey, they just want to know if you can do it right. So anyway, that's it for now. I'm gonna sip some more of this tea, and I'll talk to y'all later. Peace and blessings.